Tonight, we are driving a 2009 Mazda RX-8. You may actually remember this car from a recent video that we uploaded on a K24 swapped Honda S2000. John here was sitting in one of the parking lots that we rolled through, and I was like, oh, that's a really nice RX-8. And then, what was it, like 3 weeks later, I ran into you at our storage unit. You like have a unit across from mine. And you're like, hey, are you the TheTopher? And I was like, hey, are you the guy in the video? So pretty crazy that we finally connected, because I've been wanting to drive a Mazda RX-8 forever. I used to go to the Mazda dealership in Ypsilanti when I was in high school and just kind of drool over these things in the lots. I thought, gosh, this is the perfect sports car. You could put people in the back. You've got a lightweight, well-developed chassis. It's got a rotary engine that is whipped cream smooth. You've got just, you know, it kind of does it all. It's practical. It's a sports car. It handles well. Well, today we're going to drive it. John's the owner. How long have you had this?
I bought this in July of 2023.
July 2023. Okay, cool. So this is a Series 2 R309, so after the refresh.
Yep.
What can you tell me about it, and what can you tell me about what you've done to it? Because you track this. Yep. It's got some modifications, some tasteful OEM Plus stuff.
Yeah, so OEM Plus was exactly what I was going for. I have just a little bit of camber, as you can see, to kind of, you know, get the tire wear even for autocross and tracking. It's got coilovers and obviously the necessary lowering to make it look just right.
Yeah, the fender's just tucked right under there. That's perfect. Good stance. And this, you said this is a factory body kit.
Yeah. So this is an R3 edition. So the stuff that's unique to it are these rocker panels.
Okay, side skirts, cool.
Side skirts, sorry.
Yep, that's okay. Brain fart.
Yep. And that's pretty much it. The wing as well was factory, but that actually came on quite a few other editions of the car.
Okay.
So the main difference for the R3 was actually that it came on factory Bilsteins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did it have any suspension lowering, or was it just Bilstein shocks?
It was just
kind of like what they do with the Miatas.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you look at, it still had like that trademark Mazda philosophy. It still had that trademark Mazda philosophy where they really liked body lean.
So there's still a lot of body roll.
Right.
But it's a little bit more dialed in, yeah. Cool.
Oh, yeah. And the other thing was the Recaros. So this was R3 specific as well.
Nice. These are really nice seats. Wow, cool. And then if you've got the, can't call them suicide doors anymore, but look at that. Amazing. There's actually a decent amount of room back there.
Yeah,
cool.
It's pretty practical. You can fit, I've taken 3 other friends to lunch before, and it's just fine.
So, man, what happened to all these cars? Because you used to see a ton of them, and now you don't see them anymore. Is it maintenance? Is it reliability? Is it people just don't know how to keep up with them? I know they burn a lot of oil. You got to kind of check every fuel fill up.
So, I mean, I think you hit on one of the major points there. These cars were a lot cheaper than the FD RX-7s new.
Okay, yep, that's right.
Inflation adjusted. So they were a lot more attainable. And they also came in automatic, which means you had a wider group of people buying the car. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people weren't really well-versed in rotary ownership.
Sure.
So they weren't checking their oil. They didn't necessarily pre-mix, which wasn't a factory recommendation, but in the 2 decades plus that people have owned these cars, it's definitely become something that attentive owners will do a lot.
Okay.
So it's definitely maintenance, but overall, for me, I'm super attentive to taking care of the car and staying on top of preventative maintenance. I pre-mix every fill-up. Half an ounce of pre-mix to 1 gallon of gas for street driving.
Nice.
1-to-1 for when I take it autocrossing or on the track. So yeah,
it's definitely something a factory wouldn't recommend. Yeah, because it's just, who's going to do that, right? But if you know the engine and you know what works and what is recommended, in the enthusiast groups, then that's good insurance. Cool. Interesting. So what have you done to this car then?
So it's a lot of bolt-on stuff, and none of it was for power. It was actually all for sound. Okay. I love the way Rotary sounded, and I spent money on modifying it to get what I deem to be the perfect RX-8 sound after years of just combing through YouTube and finding the perfect mix of mods. So obviously we've got our big cold air intake, and we get that sweet, sweet induction noise. It's got a Racing Beat header.
I saw the Racing Beat exhaust too.
Yep. A Racing Beat catback.
Cool.
And as you'll soon find out when you start driving, from the smell, it is also catless.
Okay. All right.
So it will shoot flames.
Sweet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what I remember in the early Street Fire / YouTube video days. These were just sitting in parking lots, revving, shooting flames out the back. They can almost shoot flames stock, but you know, you take the cats out. And,
right.
Yeah, you're having some fun. Cool.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I'm really excited to drive this because I've always wanted to drive an RX-8, and I don't even know anyone who's had one until now. So except for maybe Rob Dom's like assistant or someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think you had to ride Series 1.
Yep. Cool. And then let's look in the back here. I popped the trunk. It's a good sized trunk. It's a little bit bigger than what you would see with a Miata. But I mean, all the materials, it's all very Mazda-like for the era. And this even, it doesn't work on this car. You said it's the only thing that doesn't work, but it even has keyless entry, proximity key, which is pretty cool. Yeah, these seats look fantastic. I assume you have Bluetooth connection.
It was Gen 1, so it only worked for the phone.
Okay.
I had to add music Bluetooth Gen 2 or Gen 3 or whatever.
Okay, all right.
Via dongle.
Sweet. Bose sound system. Nice. Yeah, it's got all the good stuff. Man, this car is gorgeous. The stance you've set it up on, the bronze wheels, it looks fantastic. This color is called Velocity Red Mica, and I'm actually really glad you parked it in the sunlight because you can just see this flake. They made this for every year on the RX-8, and I think it's better than the new, what's the red that the Miata has these days?
Soul Red.
Soul Red. I think this beats Soul Red. It's just an absolutely stunning color, and this car's been really well kept. How long have you owned this?
2 years.
Okay, all right. Well, you found a really clean example. How many miles are on it?
78.
Okay.
Bought it at 63.
It looks good. Was it owned? I assumed it was owned by an enthusiast.
Yeah. So actually, I bought it from an owner in Indiana. I'm the fourth owner, and the first guy who owned the car immediately started tracking it from new.
Cool.
An autocross junkie, it seems, from judging from the receipts.
Sweet. All right.
I think it spent the next two owners mainly as a garage clean. So it got some break between the first owner and myself.
Yep.
But we're back out here to put it through its paces.
Great. It's lived a good life. Let's go drive it. I can't wait anymore. Your other car is a 350Z. Between the two of us, we have S2000 RX-8, 350Z, the holy trinity of just JDM sweetness. Seats feel nice. Driving position. I mean, we basically have the same steering wheel as you get in the NC Miata. Similar looking interior. I mean, this and the NC, they share a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of similarities here with the chassis, with the suspension. You can bolt on RX-8 stuff onto NC stuff for extra strength. I always thought this handbrake was cool.
I remember regular car reviews making fun of this handbrake.
Oh, of course.
And every time I use it, I always think of his review.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, windows. I mean, this is a very luxurious interior. What do these cost new? They weren't that expensive.
I believe MSRP of this specific trim was around $33.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Not bad. And you get them for less for the lower trims, the base models. Over the years, prices went up a little bit. We've got a 6-disc in-dash CD changer with a Bose audio. I mean, Mazda had it figured out. Anything I need to know with drivability?
No.
Okay.
It's, you can pretty much get in and go.
Sweet.
First and second are widely spaced apart.
First. Nice.
So you might have to just wait a touch longer between that first shift than most other stick cars.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Feels like a Miata shifter. Nice short throw. Have you dynoed this? You have a 93 tune on here.
Right now, yes.
Okay. Any rough idea of what it would make, horsepower, torque?
I know what I wish it would make, what I hope it makes. So the motor I know has good compression, at least when I bought it 2 years ago. And then with all the bolt-on stuff, I would say some quick napkin math, maybe around 200 wheel.
Okay, cool.
From the factory, they made 238 at the crank.
All right. But wheel was probably like 190 something, yeah, 180 something. Okay.
Thereabouts.
All right. Ooh, it sounds good. Stock clutch, aftermarket clutch?
Stock.
Okay, it's got a nice weight to it. Steering. Better than the NC Miata. That could be some of the modifications here, the coilovers, the 255 square Advan tires. What coilovers are on here?
So these are by a company called Feal suspension.
Okay.
They started out in Formula Drift.
Yeah.
And they've since branched out to more track and autocross oriented applications. These are the 441.5s. So it's still one-way adjustable, but they have Swift springs.
Sweet. Oh, cool. I just ordered some Fortunato 500 coilovers with Swift springs. I've heard good things. If you can swing the extra money for them, I hear they're worth it.
Right now, I have the car set to kind of like my daily driving, Michigan street friendly click setting.
Okay, cool. It's the only car that makes that sound. Such a unique noise. The little beep at Redline, which is at $9 grand. Oh, the chassis is amazing. It just feels like a bigger Miata with slightly better steering. John. Oh man, my RX-8 dreams are being fulfilled today.
How does it feel versus your S2000 first impressions?
I mean, it's way less power, but it sounds so cool. I don't care.
Yep.
And the chassis is just incredible. I love the shifter. I love the steering. Man, we had really good steering like 10, 15 years ago in some cars. I assume this is a hydraulic rack, right?
It's actually electric.
It's electric, okay.
Fully electric, not even electro-hydraulic.
We had some really good electric racks 15 years ago. I don't know what happened. No, this is some of the best steering I've felt from this era. Let's do another fun little entrance ramp here. It does sound good.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. It's not too boomy or droney. I imagine that's kind of hard to avoid with an exhaust setup on these cars.
It was actually with the catback and catless midpipe, it was actually perfectly doable. The header is what made it a little bit droney at around highway cruising RPM.
Okay. But
it's still not terrible.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it sounds great. There isn't a lot of torque, but it's not as slow as some people on the internet may have let on over the years. Of course, you're making a little bit more power here, but man. The big surprise here is just how luxurious this car is, in addition to it being as good to drive and sporty as it is. I have great visibility. These seats are super comfortable. What's your braking setup?
Right now, they're just running Hawk HPSs.
Okay.
Stock rotors, stock calipers. Yeah.
Cool.
Works really well with the weight of this car, around 3,000 pounds.
Yep. Does turning AC off make a notable difference in power?
You'll notice it, but it's not like NA Miata turning it off where it feels like hitting the nitro button.
Okay, fair enough. It's easy to drive. Pedals are just perfectly placed for heel-toe downshifts. I mean, Mazda gets all this stuff right. They have for a long time. And even with, 78,000 miles here, this car feels fresh, it feels tight.
Without any additional tuning, you definitely have to, especially with the warmer weather, you have to definitely power shift it in order to get that pop.
Okay. Honestly, it pulls pretty well. Past 5,000 RPM, it comes alive. I just can't believe how good this chassis is. If you've always wanted a hardtop Miata, it's about as close as it gets. But it's that same slow car, fast enjoyment factor,
Yep.
Gearing seems just about perfect. These never got the best fuel economy. They were always kind of low 20s-ish.
Yeah.
If that. It was like V8 fuel economy and something with 130 pound-feet of torque. But who cares, right? It's so unique. What do you use this car for mostly?
At this point, since buying the Z, this is mainly now turning into a mainly track car.
Okay.
Some autocross events here and there. I still drive it a lot on the street. I'll take it to work. I'll take it home. As you said, it's a tremendously good GT car. Just eats up the miles and fuel.
Yeah.
And oil.
And oil.
So it's kind of a do-everything car at
Cool.
the moment.
So if you keep up on your premix, your oil levels.
Yep. The only other thing, well, I say only other thing, there's a lot of things, but the other main thing would be ignition.
Okay.
Rotaries fire twice as often as a traditional piston engine, and with the heat they generate, they go through their ignition systems like crazy.
Okay.
So by the factory rules, they recommend that you change out the entire ignition system every 30,000 miles. So coils, wires, and plugs.
Okay.
I have an aftermarket set of coils in here that are actually the GM D585 LS coils.
Oh, really? Okay, nice.
That a company uses Mazda IGBTs for, and it bolts right up. No need to flash it. It's perfect. So I only have to really stay on top of the plugs and wires now.
Okay. So some people LS swap these. You just LS swap the coils, which is good. And honestly, on the forums, there's probably all the documentation of what to do to these cars anyway, right?
Oh, there's so much.
Yeah, they've been out for long enough. It's kind of that sweet spot where back in the day, everyone figured everything out. It's a really enjoyable power level too. I mean, you can rev this thing out to 9 grand all day long, and you're not doing really that much over the speed limit. It's a really nice balance. This is definitely a case of meet your heroes, and my expectations are exceeded. I'm sure some of that is just to this car and the modifications that it's seen, but it really drives well. Shifter is stock?
Yep.
Okay. Decide if it feels quicker than an NC Miata or not. I think it does. It's more exciting to rev it out. Do some people turbocharge these?
So you can, but due to the fundamental design of the specific version of the rotary in these cars, you end up drastically reducing the lifespan.
Okay.
That has not stopped me from thinking about doing it eventually when the engine goes.
I don't know, I think you should leave it naturally aspirated. This is just awesome. Yeah, it's surprisingly quiet at speed, even with the track tires you have on here. Cool.
Yeah.
Man, it's great. It's really great.
Glad you enjoy it.
Yeah. So, what does a nicer example go for these days? Are they in the teens or are they in the 20s? Have they held their value?
I would say that if you want an R3 like this one, and you want one that has been really well cared for and stock with all the stock factory equipment, you're probably looking at maybe at this point around 15,
okay,
which is a lot for an RX-8 when people think about how much they used to cost.
Sure.
Especially pre-COVID. You can still, if you just want the experience of building the engine and then, you know, getting the wonderful chassis that comes with it, you can probably find examples all day under $5.
That's what I'm used to seeing is $5,000 RX-8s that need a new motor.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah. They've probably been sitting out in the yard for 10 years, haven't run. Original engine?
This has the original engine. Yep.
Cool. What's the life expectancy for a motor?
So this is a Series 2, which had some reliability modifications done to it by Mazda. Some lessons learned from the earlier cars, which had kind of sullied the reputation of the model, mainly in their quest to meet emissions standards.
All right.
So I'd say you can expect a Series 2 engine to last about 100,000 miles easily. My goal is to see how much I can stretch beyond that with how attentive I am to it, and the previous owners as well, of course. So maybe 100, 120. A lot of people had failures in the initial models at around 30, 40,000 miles, which kind of really killed enthusiasm for the cars and gave them the reputation they have.
Yeah, of course.
But at this point, yeah, anywhere from 80 to 120.
Okay. And I remember all the articles said back in the day, an RX-8 lives on a Redline a day. Like that's good for it, right? Is to take it up to Redline.
They call it the Italian tune-up.
Yeah, Italian tune-up.
Really the rotary tune-up.
Yep. Yeah, it is a fantastically fun car. I thought it would feel a little bit heftier, a little bit, you know, too slow, maybe a bit sloppy around a corner, but you know, I remember the videos, like that Top Gear video that Jeremy Clarkson drove one of these around the racetrack, and oh man, it was a blast. We've dialed out all the body roll here. The suspension feels fantastic. Throttle's nice and linear too. Is this a custom tune?
Yeah, it's not terribly different than the stock tune though,
okay.
As far as pedal programming.
All right. So good. Traction control?
Yeah, you can turn it off.
I see on the side.
Hold it for a few seconds.
I mean, the tires are so sticky, you probably won't really need to on track or sliding around in the snow. There's a lot of grip here. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's me meeting one of my heroes. Even though it's a very humble hero, I have always wanted to drive one of these cars nevertheless. And I really used to go to Mazda dealers. There was a Mazda dealer in Ypsilanti, and just go to the lot and drool over these things. I was excited about the Miata at the time, but it was really an RX-8 that I wanted, because I kind of envisioned that, oh, that would be like a perfect do-it-all sports car. And it really is. I think you have to know what you're doing with these cars. You have to know what they like and how to treat them. And we'll wrap up at the place where we first kind of met. Were you just out for a drive that night?
Oh, I was taking pictures.
Just taking photos? Cool. Yeah, it's a good spot.
It was the first drive of the spring.
Sweet.
Car.
Photos for the gram. All right, John. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. This is a pleasure. This is fun. Hopefully you guys,
enjoyed it.
Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm just kind of a little bit enamored with all the inputs here. I mean, it's like Miata, but in some ways better. I like the steering. It weights up perfectly. It has good feel and feedback. The shifter is just Miata crisp, Miata tight, and the engine character is really nice. It's not super powerful, but it's enough power to really enjoy on the street, and revving it up to 9 grand is always a treat with that little shift beep at the end of the revs. And kind of the the wonky, lopey idle here that it's always moving around is always very characterful of an RX-8, of a Rotary. And this interior is aged really well too. I mean, sometimes you don't really know what a car is going to be like with 70, 80,000 miles on it. But all the materials are really in good shape. Obviously, this car's been really well cared for, but there's no weird wear anywhere. Everything just looks really nice. It's fresh. Let's walk you guys around it one more time. Oh, I have to get in the back seat. All right, so this is my driving position. 5'10". And it works. I have about 1.5 inches of headroom. There are cup holders back here. There's a center console right here with a cup holder. Look at that. I even have a little mini window. Okay. This little seatbelt slider is clever. I mean, what just a great packaging formula for a sports car too. Rotary engine aside. This front fender line always just kind of did things for me. This is exciting. Very sculpted, very shapely. I remember when the concept of this came out, and it really wasn't that different from the concept car. It was one of those examples where, oh, well, they've made the concept car, which wasn't always a thing back in the day.
Right.
So when did they start building these? 2004?
Maybe the tail end of 03. I think they might have had the very first model year.
Okay.
04 for sure.
So 03 to 2011 or so? Okay. It had a good run. But I mean, now we have the BRZ, we have the FRS, the GR86, the Miata. Much nicer interior than those cars.
Yeah.
No rattles after all the miles that it's seen. My BRZ, my first gen, turned into a little bit of a rattle trap after 60,000 miles. That's just what happened, you know. How's your Z held up?
No rattles, but the interior is so cheap and definitely really crappy in comparison.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, the quality of the interior, the materials, everything feels great. This car just, it's so nice. It's just it's almost kind of nicer than some similar era BMWs, like as far as how it ages and stuff. The materials have really held up nicely. All right, let's go drive it back. We'll get some more miles in this thing, and that'll be a wrap on this video. Thanks to John for letting us take the wheel and sharing it with you guys.
Absolutely.
Man. What made you want an RX-8? What made you seek it out?
So, probably unlike most RX-8 owners, I fell in love with the car before I knew that the FD RX-7 was a thing.
Okay.
So I ended up learning about the RX-8 and rotary engine and the sound first, and then learned about the FD later. So I feel like that didn't ruin it for me the way it might have for most people.
That's right, yeah, because a lot of people it's probably the other way around, right?
Right.
And we're probably around the same age, so you would have been lusting after these things around the same time, probably?
Right, yeah.
Let's see what low-down torque is like. 3,500 RPM, 50 miles an hour. I mean, it's quicker at that RPM than a BRZ used to be in the torque tip. But the the gear spacing is excellent for the power delivery, for when power kicks in. Sometimes you get into a car with a really high Redline and the gearing is just a little bit too tall to truly enjoy on the street. S2000 gearing is a little bit tall, but it's got the power to back it. ND2 Miata, they raised the Redline. Gearing gets a little bit taller in that car, and that's a quick car. You have to kind of watch yourself a little bit sometimes to keep yourself from speeding too much.
I think to that point, you're definitely benefiting from the Series 2 experience right now, because they revised the final ratio and lowered it a bit, so it's a little bit snappier.
What was the difference?
Yeah, I think it's 4.77. I forget what the Series 1s are, but it's enough to make a few tenths of a second.
Interesting. Wow, okay,
0
cool.
to 60.
All right, yep. Avoiding potholes here. Maybe we'll do a Holy Trinity comparison someday. S2000 versus RX-8 versus 350Z. Maybe you throw a Porsche Boxster or Cayman in the mix.
Yeah.
Topher Brower's got one of those.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You have to hold it again to turn it back on?
Key cycle.
Key cycle. Okay, wow. So once you're off, you're off.
Yep.
Nice. I like that. Well, this is very much a momentum car, which makes it a great driver's tool. I mean, if you can drive a momentum car fast, you can drive anything fast. And in some ways, I mean, this is just as forgiving and enjoyable as a Miata, stock for stock. Can't really tell because you've got a lot of modifications here, but the suspension feels really dialed in, and it's just so responsive. It's such a nimble chassis, but also it gives you a lot of feedback. It's very well balanced. I believe these had a 50-50 weight distribution, didn't they?
Close to it.
Close to, yeah. 51-49. It was, and they were light. Do you know curb weight?
I think it's around 30-50.
Okay, all right, yeah. So just over 3,000 pounds. No, it's a good formula, and it's great to see this one on the road, still surviving. And I'm sure there are a lot of other ones out there that are still in great shape. People have kept up on their maintenance and know what to do with them. But it's kind of a shame what happened to this car, just, you know, due to either negligence or just lack of, you know, knowledge.
Yeah.
With the platform. So it's understandable how people could shy away from it with early model year reliability woes and stuff. But Mazda really made a special sports car here. This is one of my favorite cars I've driven in a long time. Brakes feel really good. No noise, no squeaking.
Yeah, it's the street pad.
Good bite, yeah.
That and tires are definitely on the to-do list for some more serious track work. They're still good right now for where I'm at skill-wise, but I foresee them as being the next upgrades.
Okay. How much oil does this take, like, per 1,000 miles, or is it by fill-up? How much are you usually putting in?
I try not to check.
Okay.
I try not. Sorry, not check. I try not to count.
Count. Okay. All right.
It's not bad. It's for a rotary. If
like, what would people want to expect? You know,
maybe
with a healthy
about
motor.
a quart every 1,000 miles or so. I would say.
All right.
Again, that's if you're driving it hard.
I mean, my S2000 burns a quart every 1,000 miles, and we're only driving it hard.
Right.
So, AP1's burned a little bit more oil.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not terrible. It's not like half a quart every fuel tank.
Right. It's just most people don't think to check it, I guess. He probably didn't see you.
Yeah. That's right, yeah. We're in like a very tinted windshield situation here. That's funny. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
What's the oil capacity? Like, how many quarts does the engine take?
On a change, it's a little over 5.
Okay, so pretty normal.
And it probably holds close to 7.
Okay. Good stuff. Man, might have to get myself an RX-8 someday. This is really fun. I like truly enjoyed this.
It's time to build a holy trinity.
Yeah, right? Gosh. I don't need more garage space. You already saw my storage unit. Can't have them all at the same time. But yeah, with the kids, they could fit in the back. There's definitely more rear seat room than like a Camaro or my BRZs had back in the day, you know. I'm sure the aftermarket for these is all you could ever want. A lot of racing beat stuff, a lot of Miata stuff.
There's a lot of stuff for handling.
Yeah.
There used to be stuff for power, but that's starting to dry up, especially with carb and just how not very clean rotaries are.
Sure, yeah.
But it was definitely healthier 10 years ago, but it's still pretty good now.
Okay, cool. Sweet. What about winter driving? I heard you gotta kind of let them warm up.
Yeah.
You don't want to cold start them, drive them short distance, and then turn them off.
Yeah, so that's just bad for carbon buildup.
Okay, all right.
I mean, you could just redline it and drive it the way we have.
Sure, that's right.
And you'll be fine there. But so yeah, you definitely don't want repeated a lot of like short trips. And
okay.
There's a reason why the automatics died pretty fast. And most of the cars that have died are automatic.
Interesting. Okay.
Just the lack of revs.
They were down quite a bit on power, weren't they?
Yeah. Totally different version of the engine too.
Okay.
4-port versus 6.
Interesting.
4-speed automatic.
Okay.
They short shifted. So again, if you're not getting the rotary experience if you have an automatic.
Yeah. Well, this was never intended to be an automatic car. I mean, maybe with the GT thing, it worked, but
yeah.
It's more tragic than anything. This and the Miata, they deserve to be a manual car just because they're so good to shift.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks again. We will walk you guys around this one more last time. Truly a Midwest goodbye in this video, but I don't want to stop driving, so here we are. Any more plans for it?
I'm happy where it is right now. Again, tires, brakes as I get more serious about tracking. But otherwise, I'm very happy with where it's at right now. Come back to me when the engine goes. You'll see.
Okay.
I'll let you know if I've turboed it.
All right. Yeah. No, I would be happy with it too. It feels great. Like it's just so well set up. So that's one thing I really enjoy with driving these privately owned cars on the channel is that I can kind of see what people have done with their vehicles, what modifications they've done, and kind of how they've perfected their car for their use case scenario. Your case, you're tracking, doing autocrosses in this.
Yeah, not as much as the tracking this year.
Okay. Yeah. No, it just handles awesome. So, all right, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video on this RX-8. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to John for bringing it out again. And maybe we'll film your 350Z someday too. That would be really fun. I always have loved the 350Z. I've only driven 2 of them ever.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been a while. But that might be fun too. When maybe you can drive the S2000.
I'd love to
So
go.
yeah, it's a blast. It's in a good place right now. Yeah, really fun car. I'm definitely like surprised about this. I didn't really know what to expect. So, all right, we'll see you guys in the next one. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.